Hello and welcome to Productivity for Solopreneurs, where every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Time, I share insights to getting things done. So today is live number 116, and today's topic is when to make time when you're too busy. And I see Ellen's watching. Hi, Ellen. And if anybody else is joining us, please say hello. And just a little insight here. So Ellen had mentioned she has life insurance too. Before I got started, I was sharing that I just got life insurance. So if you don't have life insurance, regardless of whether you have kids or not, if you're married or not, you should probably have some life insurance. So I don't have any kids. I just got life insurance, and just a quick shout out to Missy Juarez for helping me with that. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Evie Burke, and I help women entrepreneurs end the distraction in their business so they can increase their profitability. So they have lots of things happening in their business, and they just want to make sure that the things that they're doing actually are the things that they need to be doing, and how to make sure that that is the case. So helping them with things from, what you would stereotypically think of as productivity, but also helping them make the most out of their networking time, out of what they're posting on social media, how they're talking about themselves, just all of those things where sometimes you wonder, am I doing what I could be doing? Am I making the most of this opportunity? That's what I help people with. So, have you ever had a event pop into your life, or a training, or a class you wanted to go to, or even a networking event, and you wanted to go? It looked really interesting, right up your alley, but you were just too busy, and so you didn't go. And you tell yourself, it'd be great if you could go, but you have things going on in your business, which is super good, and being away for even a couple of hours would just be too hard because you are too busy. So I have had this experience, so I want to share what happened. About a little over a year ago, probably, I was invited to attend a group that meets every Tuesday morning from 9 to 11. And it was right up my alley. It was something I really wanted to attend, but it meant losing a morning of work every single week. And it wasn't business related. It was something personal that I wanted to attend and be involved in. But I just thought, I'm too busy not to be working every Tuesday morning. And a couple of weeks later, I was thinking about this group and wishing that it met in the evenings so I could attend, because I was just so interested in it. And then I realized that one of the reasons I started my own business was so when opportunities like this came up, I could take advantage of them. Like, this group was one of those things where I would be looking at it when I was sitting in my cubicle thinking, oh, if I worked for myself, I could go to this group and I would totally love it. So I decided to make time for this group, and I've been going to it for over a year now, and it was an adjustment to start going to it. So I'm wondering if you can hear my husband downstairs. It's kind of distracting me. He's making a little bit of noise. So if you hear that, that's what's going on. He's downstairs. I think he's loading the dishwasher, so yay for that. But yeah, I've been attending this group for over a year now. It is very personally fulfilling, and I rarely miss it. So either I have something else really important going on, or I'm sick. Like, those are the primary reasons why I miss this meeting every week. That happens every week. So we all have personal values. We all have personal and business priorities, right? And what I realized, one of the things that really like tipped me over the scale of deciding to attend this event or this meeting was this group like really strongly aligns with one of my top personal values. And when I realized that, it made it so much easier to make this group a priority, to shift the other things in my schedule around so that I could attend this meeting every single week. And just realizing how closely it aligned with this really top value of mine made my too busy reason kind of disappear, because it became less about was I too busy and more about am I willing to make the time for this meeting. And what I found is that when I say I'm too busy, a lot of times what I'm actually saying is that this other thing, whatever it is I'm saying I'm too busy to do, it's not a high priority, that something else is a higher priority. And there's no judgment around that. There are legitimately things in our businesses and in our lives that are higher priority than other things. And sometimes, somebody that's inviting us to do something, it's something that's super high priority for them, that lines up super well with their values and their priorities. And the fact of the matter is, it just isn't that for us. And that's okay, right? We're all different people. We all have different values and priorities. And that's what makes the world go round. But what I've learned is that anytime I say I'm too busy to do something, that it's generally a good time to take a step back and look at my priorities and really just gauge, is this something that aligns with my values, aligns with my priorities, that I might want to make time for? And sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's not, and that's okay too. But it's really easy to use I'm too busy as an excuse to stay in my comfort zone. So an excuse to not leave my home. My home is my favorite place. I am an introvert. I love being at home. If I have had a week or a weekend where I have been out and peopling too much, then I need some solid downtime by myself to recharge. But I also have to recognize that it is super important for me, both personally and business-wise, to not just sit at home all day. Being too busy is also an excuse sometimes that I use to not learn something new, or learn something that's just going to give me more things to do, and oh, I don't have time for that. Instead of looking at, is this something that I really do need to learn, even if there's a lot of other things on my plate? Is it time to let a couple of things go, or recognize that even though this is going to give me more things to do, that it's something that I need to do to move myself forward in my business. So going back to that, seeing an event or a training or a meeting, whatever it is, that you have this inclination that, oh, I want to go to, but I'm too busy. Ask yourself, is this something that I do want to make a priority? And am I really too busy? And I do want to say that sometimes we're not too busy, but the answer is still legitimately, no, I don't want to make time for that. And that's perfectly okay. But make sure you're not keeping yourself comfortable by not going to these things or not putting yourself out there. So there are a number of reasons why something might legitimately not be a high priority for you. And that's okay. So here are just 3 reasons why something might not be a priority. Or rather, here are 3 reasons. I switched it there. Here are 3 reasons why it might be a priority that you want to really think about. Do I want to make time for this thing? So one reason is it's something that you do really want or need to learn about. So maybe you're at a point in your business where you know that you need to be doing XYZ, but you're not sure exactly how to do that, or you're looking for some guidance around it. Maybe you have a little bit of an idea, but you just want to get some guidance and some concrete answers or ideas around it, then yeah, maybe it's time to make time. Maybe it's time, yeah, time to make time to go and get some training or learn more about that. Or another reason might be you already know about a topic. You already know about, how to do XYZ, but you know that hearing it again will bring a new level of understanding to it, and that could be maybe a huge game changer for you. So then, yeah, look at how can you make time for that. Or maybe it's a great networking opportunity. If you know who your ideal client is and you know that they're going to be there and you might learn something new, so you have like a couple of wins there going on, yeah, take a look at that opportunity. Maybe that's a place you need to be. So next time you find yourself saying, I'm too busy, I'm just too busy to do XYZ, take a step back and kind of check in with yourself and see, is it something that's maybe a high enough priority to make room for? All right. And if this is something that's tripping you up in your business, if there are constantly things that you're saying, I'm just too busy for, and you want to be able to have some time for those things, then reach out and let's talk. And the easiest way to do that is to pop a comment and say you want to chat with me, or fill out the contact me form over on my website. And I'll include a link to that over in the description for this. And I would point to wherever it is, but it changes based on where you're looking at the video. So if you have any questions about this, I would also love to know them. And until next week, much love. Bye.